Howdy, howdy. I am, before I share my screen, actually, I'm going to invite the people from Instagram to go live with us. So hopefully you don't mind. Give me 1 second. Cool. So I'm asking to go live. Okay, cool. So we're totally live. This is day 4 of launching a trading bot using AI. And I'm super excited to kind of just dive right into it. So we're going to go ahead and open up Arcade. And in today's video, today is Sunday. So we're going to basically be able to launch a bot, but not really be able to check out the results from previous bots so much as we will be able to at the end of the week. Okay. Because again, the market's not open. I'm thinking about, let me know what you think about this, thinking about launching crypto bots just because there's like 24/7 results, 24/7 trades. Yeah, let me know what you think about that if you're interested in that. So, but for the time being, again, this is Arcade. It is a platform that I built along with a magnificent engineer because I faced basically the problem of, number one, trying to teach myself how to trade, right? I had to use YouTube videos. This book back here, along with some other books right here, basically just, again, going through it, right? I have a whole bookshelf over here to my right. Maybe I'll show it to you one day. And also reading a bunch of white papers. This AI basically makes it to where everything is handled in one place, right? So if you need to learn how to trade, if you need to, test and optimize your trading, if you need to launch a trading bot, everything is done here. And so, yeah, let me kind of show you how it works, right? So again, this is day 4. So far, we've launched 3 other bots, but we're just going to go with these 10 right now. But eventually, we're going to be able to launch, we can just literally ask the AI to give us more strategy ideas. Literally, like there's a never-ending list that this thing can provide us. And then after that, you can mix and match, right? Like look for confluences between, the SMA and Bollinger Bands or whatever, right? You can look for different things or even adjust the settings inside of each individual strategy. All of that you're able to do inside of Arcade. So we already have the moving crossover strategy taken care of right over here. We have the RSI divergence strategy already taken care of, so we won't use those. Now, it doesn't look like we have the MACD, which is a popular strategy. So let's use the MACD crossover strategy, okay? So again, if you're a person that wants to learn more about this strategy, right, you could literally just ask like, hey, please teach me more about strategy 3, right? And you could put MACD, you could put strategy 3, you could put whatever, right? But it knows, right, that it's strategy 3 that we're talking about, and we want to learn more about it, right? And if you already know, right, about this strategy and you don't care and you just want to see the numbers, you don't have to. You could just skip this step. But I always think it's cool to kind of see, a little bit about the strategy before you use it, right? And that's really what due diligence is understanding kind of how things work. Now, we won't go into too much detail here just because I want to, launch this bot for you guys. But if you want to ask more questions, right, or have specific questions that you want the AI to answer, again, just leave them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer them or happy to ask the AI, right? So again, you select the MACD crossover strategy, which, yep, that's what we selected. And so it literally is a trend following momentum indicator, right? It shows the relationship between 2 moving average of a security price. The MACD is calculated by subtracting the 26-period exponential moving average from the 12-period exponential moving average. And so again, it goes on, right? And but again, for the purposes of this video, I kind of just want to build it. I want to launch a bot with the MACD, right? So all I say is, right, please build me a bot using this strategy. And again, the AI is thinking right here. And again, I'm really not super familiar with the MACD, right? So it's going to, basically the way the AI works, right, it asks us questions to make sure it gets what we want, right? So it builds it totally custom from what we want, plain and simple, right? Like it literally, right? What time frame do we want, right? So again, for the purposes of these videos, I normally, right, transparently, I'm a position trader. So I take like 5 trades a year, right, that are really, really crucial. But for the purpose of this video, right, and these sort of daily uploads, I want something that's going to be able to execute really quickly. So I'll do the 5-minute chart. So it's a high frequency bot, right? And then the entry conditions, again, I'm not familiar with this strategy, right? This is totally new to me. So I never really used the MACD, but the MACD crossover strategy enters a trade when the MACD line crosses above the signal line. Do you want to modify this condition or add any other conditions? Nope. Just leave it as it is. And again, if you are like, Tim, what the hell? Like, you got to do this, this, and that, leave it in the comments. I'm happy to test out whatever strategy you want, okay? Exit conditions, the strategy exits a trade when the MACD line crosses below the signal line. Would you like to set specific take profit or stop loss level? If so, what are those levels? Nope. As is, right? So just literally keeping it as is. If you have any recommendations, add them below. Happy to help. So time restrictions. Do you want the strategy to operate during specific hours or days? No, I don't. I'm going to use it 24/7, right? But again, if you can make this so niche, if you wanted to trade a 15-minute window on a Wednesday, right? You can literally just ask it to do that. But again, for the purposes of these videos, I wanted to take basically as many trades as possible. So yeah, there we go, right? So we're going to go ahead and answer all the questions, which we did. And now, again, the AI, you scroll back up here, it's thinking, literally assessing all of our requests, and it summarizes it right here, right? So here's a summary of your strategy. We want the 5-minute time frame. We want to enter a trade when the MACD line crosses above the signal line. Exit line, similarly, exit the trade when the MACD line crosses below the signal line, and then we're going to operate 24/7, right? It gives us a little, warning, right? And if we're okay with this, let's go ahead and press generate strategy, right? And so now, again, the AI is extracting the rules, right, from what we just entered right here. And it's generating the code, right? By the way, I used to run an agency, right? If you've seen this series before, you probably know this already, right? But I'm going to say it blue in the face because I think it's so awesome. Is we used to run an agency where just the meeting, right? We had a software development agency. We built these bot custom for people. The meeting to get the rules would sometimes last an hour. We would have to open up a chart, define each and every single entry and exit, right? And get very granular. Now, 5 minutes in, whatever, we've already generated the code, right? And it's optimized the structure to, execute incredibly fast, and we're almost complete, right? And soon here enough, you'll be able to see, right? So boom, we're done, right? Now we have another strategy right here, totally, completely launched, the 5-minute MACD crossover strategy. This is exactly what we wanted. We have the settings here that we could change or keep the same, right? And we're just going to update the name here. And then after that, we'll get into some back testing, okay? So we're going to say this is day 4, right? 5-minute MACD crossover strategy. And for some reason, this went to a 1 minute. So I'm going to change that to a 5-minute. But first, let's save this. We're going to come back to this section right here when it's time to actually launch our bot. But first, we're going to back test. So we're going to go save that 5-minute frame. And so now we're going to head over to the back test. And recently, we've been doing NVIDIA. Makes no difference to me. We could stick with Apple and see how this performs. And so again, now we're literally pulling. For some reason, this has happened recently. This happens. I need to message my engineer to update this. So we're in the process of working on a logic, like the AI will basically will audit itself. And so these mistakes will not happen anymore. But again, for the time being, I'm just going to ask the engineer to basically manually audit, right, this strategy. And he should be responding to us shortly. So again, this is while he works on that, yesterday's, we had the exact same error, but I believe he fixed it, right? So again, it's going to be, let's go read this strategy. Again, I haven't launched this thing because I haven't tested it. So we're going to actually check it out, right? So this is the mean reversion strategy on stocks. We have the 1 day time frame. Now, I'm not really a huge fan of the 1 day. So we're going to go to the 5 minute, save that. And we're going to actually see. So this strategy enters a position while the daily price is below the 200-day SMA and the RSI is less than 30, indicating oversold conditions. The position is exited when the price returns to the 200-day SMA, mean reversion, or if the price drops 2% below the entry point, stop loss. Actually, again, the AI told us to do this. So we're going to save this back to the 1 day. We'll keep it like this. We haven't launched it. I'll keep this, but I'm going to update the name once we do launch it. For now, let's try the back test and see if the back test actually worked here. I tested it yesterday after I stopped going live and it worked. So I didn't even take a trade in the last 100 days. I'm going to go update the time frame because again, it's going to be kind of hard to get any trades on a larger time frame. So let's just see what the 5 minute holds for us here over the last 100 days. See if any trades went through here. So we're literally getting all of the historical data of the past 100 days. We're crunching the technology is literally crunching all of the data, right? And going to shortly tell us every single time it took a trade, entry, exit, and you hear my Discord going, the day 4, he just fixed day 4. So we'll be able to do that as well as launch the strategy from day 3, right? So we'll be 2 bot launches today, not just 1. So we're in for a doozy. And hopefully one of these is a profitable strategy, at least historically speaking, right? Past isn't necessarily prologue with this stuff. So we need to, obviously be careful. But I mean, this strategy is looking really great. This strategy is looking amazing. I'm not going to lie to you. This strategy has an 84.9% win rate, 93 total trades, over 2 profit factor, a microscopic max drawdown. You can see all of the historical trades here. The equity curve is looking amazing. Basically, I mean, I'm looking at a sea of green. Looking at a sea of green here, honestly, right? It's insane, right? So what we're going to do, right, is launch this here. We're going to launch it on Apple. And again, none of this is financial advice, but this is the mean reversion strategy on stocks. And again, we're going to launch it right now. So we saw that on Apple, it looked pretty juicy. So we're going to go here, do that. We're going to do, again, 10% is kind of where I've been putting all my bots at. It's not a recommendation. Oh, we should definitely, this is literally just a demonstration of how sick this software is. So always do your own due diligence. Start that strategy. So boom, this thing is launched, right? So I'm going to go over here. And so again, it's Sunday, right? I mentioned at the top of the live stream that it is Sunday, so we won't see any trades here. But again, we updated this to be on the 5 minute frame instead of the 1 day. So we'll see what the results hold, man. I mean, that looked like a really amazing back test. So we'll see what happens there. Now, going back to day 4, right? This is the strategy that we built together a few minutes ago. Apparently this is fixed. I'm gonna look at my engineer's message. So again, it was AI hallucination. So we have an auto fix feature coming in the near future where the AI will be able to audit its own code base, which is so crazy. It's like a QA, right? Like the AI acts as its own QA. Blows my mind, right? So, but anyways, we want to actually test this sucker, right? And we'll do, again, look, right now, I believe we're on the 5 minute frame. And so we're going to be able to compare basically apples to apples, right? No pun intended. We're going to use Apple, right? And look at this, again, the same time, same look back period, same time frame. The mean reversion is going to be pretty hard to beat. I'm not going to lie to you. That's a 85% win rate. But let's see what this MACD crossover strategy holds for us, okay? So again, this is the 5-minute chart. And the last 100 days, we're going to see what the win rate is, what the profit factor is, P&L, all that good stuff. And so we'll see. Right? Anyways, cheers. Playa Vibe Celsius, second one of the day. Delicious flavor. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yummy. Now, what this technology is doing is giving us results. Okay, yeah, this is not looking good. Very bad. Would not recommend. Man, 500 trades, 32% win rate, losing money. Not much. Our profit factor is not bad, right? I mean, once you factor in fees, you're going to be screwed, right? Because it's 500 trades, it's going to be gnarly. The max drawdown is not that bad. But I think we need to update this number. And this seems wrong. I mean, but again, we're not really even holding for that long, so it might be right. But I mean, you have this monstrosity of these 500 trades here. So anyways, guess what? We're going to launch it. We're going to see what it actually does in real time. This is going to be a mess. This is going to be a mess. The MACD crossover strategy. If you want to see this on a different asset besides Apple, let me know. This one, again, we're still going to do 10% of our portfolio here. I'm going to go broke, my friends. I'm going to go broke. So anyways, we're going to go and launch this thing. And that is day 4, launched, my brother in Christ. And so we'll see what the results are. Well, again, we're going to launch another bot tomorrow. So if you want to stick around and see that, if you have any recommendations on what kind of bot we launch, again, comment below. Happy to do whatever you guys want, test out whatever strategy. This meter version, though, I mean, I really do have high hopes for this one. If we go back and look at this again, I mean, this is probably one of the highest win rates that we've seen. And again, hasn't been very long, I'll be honest with you. But I mean, if you combine that win rate, that profit factor, I mean, that is it's going to be pretty hard to beat, right? And again, maybe I'll probably add like a little emoji to the name, just so we know which one is reigning supreme. We'll do probably 2 emojis. We'll do an emoji for whatever one has the best backtest and whatever one has the best actual live results. And we'll kind of keep tabs on it over time. But again, once we have to go through like 100 different, I mean, I'll probably delete the losers over time. But I mean, look at this. Look at this, right? This is the mean reversion strategy on stocks. Over the last 100 days, we had an 85% win rate, 100 trades or 93 trades, $366, and a over 2 profit factor, right? You can see all the trades at stake. I mean, it's looking really, really good, guys. So we'll see how this one performs over time. But I'm excited about this one. Again, let's put an eyeballs emoji right here, right? The eyeballs emoji means we gotta keep an eye out for this one, big dog. Cool. We're gonna press save. And again, I think the number, like our best performing strategy right now is the RSI overbought, oversold. If I am correct, yeah. So we made $3,000 with this one. Again, it's Sunday, so we need to kind of keep tabs on it over the week. I mean, we made $3,000 in like 7 days with that thing, or 8 days, right? Or I guess 5 trading days, right? So a full trading week. So far it's really strong. But we're gonna put this as the king right now, baby. And again, you saw the British flag in there. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but you know, this is the king right now. So we have the eyes, keeping eyes out for this one. We have the king on this one. And that is going to be it for today, my friends. If you have any questions, again, leave them in the comments below. If you are interested in using the software, the link is in the description. But again, I'm so happy to have shared this with you. We will talk to you tomorrow. And again, any questions, leave them below, subscribe, like, comment. And honestly, what would really be helpful is if you share this thing to anyone else who might find it interesting, right? technology has come such a long way, and so has finance. Excited to share it with you guys. Peace.